Hey everybody, Cypher here again, bringing you the Priest talents today. Alright, now to get things started, first tree for the Priest is going to introduce a couple new spells. One that's not new, Dominate Mind. This is basically just mind control, so if you want to have mind control you got to spec into this. Next one is Psyfiend. This is going to summon a little purple dude, and he's going to basically spam fear, or spam, I think it's psychic terror, mobs that are near you. It's going to prefer mobs that are attacking you, but if there aren't any attacking you, it'll still get mobs nearby. So I'm going to use it right near this wolf, and it's going to send it away. So there it is, and the wolf is feared. And here's a closer look at him. He doesn't last too long. And that is the current look of him. I wouldn't be surprised if that gets changed. And that is the Psyfiend. Alright. The next spell is Void Tendrils. I'm going to show you this one as well. This is going to summon little tentacles. They're all purpley. They're going to come out of the ground and they're going to slow, I believe. Or no, they're going to root, actually. They're going to root targets within 8 yards for 20 seconds. So I'm going to learn that. And find a target. Alright, so here's Void Tendrils. There it is. And the way you break this root is you DPS the tendril. And it has 33k HP at level 87. So, not too bad. The spider is never going to kill him. So, that's what a Void Tendril looks like. And that's the first tree for priests. Now the next one. This one is about movement. First one's Body and Soul. You'll remember this talent in the Holy Tree. Any priest spec can get it now. So, Discipline with their overpowered bubbles will now be able to give you a speed boost as well. Then they also have Phantasm. This is going to remove all movement impairing effects when you fade, and it also makes you untargetable by range attacks for 3 seconds, and your movement speed is unhindered for the same 3 seconds. Alright, and Feathers from Heaven. This is a new spell. If you remember the Alice Resort fight where you pick up feathers off the ground, this is something like that. You could place up to 3 feathers on the ground, and it's going to increase whoever runs over them speed by 60%. So, and they regenerate every 10 seconds, or will come off cooldown. They don't just randomly regenerate on the ground. So there they are. That's how they look right now. Causes some weird sound bug when you use them. So run over it, speed boost, run over the next one, and the last one. And that is Feathers from Heaven. Alright. Now, the next row of talents. First one is From Darkness Comes Light. So, you have a 20% chance when you smite, heal, Spirit Shell, Flash Heal, Binding Heal, Greater Heal, to cause your next Flash Heal to be instant and no mana cost. And then on the Shadow Priest side, you have a 20% chance when you deal damage with VT, Shadow Word Pain, or sorry, just VT and Shadow Word Pain. They're going to cause your next Mind Spike to be instant and not take off your dots on the target. That's From Darkness Comes Light. This row is missing a talent right now, so whenever that comes, I'll keep you updated. And the last one in this row is Archangel. You guys all know this spell. Nothing new here. Yeah. So I'm just going to skip that. Alright. Level 60 tree. Desperate Prayer. This is the same Desperate Prayer you guys know. It's going to heal for 30% of your HP. So it's about 50k at 87. Pretty simple stuff. Void Shift. I don't have a party member here to show you this, but this is actually pretty cool. It's a 3-minute cooldown, and it's going to swap your HP with that HP of the target. So this is another ability with Leap of Faith that you can use to grief people in your party. So in addition to swapping their health, it's also going to heal the lower target by 25%. So tank's about to die, pop that on them. Make sure you don't die in the process. And Angelica Bulwark is the third one. This one is passive. Anytime a damaging attack brings you below 30%, you gain an absorption shield equal to 20% of your total health, lasting until cancelled. This effect can occur more than once every 90 seconds. That's the internal cooldown. Pretty simple. And on to the next row. This next row is all about increasing damage or some sort of buff on the priest. Twist of Fate. This is basically giving you like an execute for heals or damage. So for basically all your spells. So it's going to increase your healing done to targets below 20%, health by 15%, and your damage by the same numbers. Power Infusion, 2-minute cooldown, increases casting speed by 20%, and reduces the mana cost of all spells by 20%. And castable on a target, lasts 15 seconds. Now Divine Insight. Okay, so the serendipity part is going to reduce the cast time by 20% and the mana cost by 10%, and it stacks 2 times. And the Shadow of Death portion of it, this is gonna, whenever your Mind Blast deals damage, there's a 40% chance that your Shadow Word Death will treat the target like it's below 20%. And when the target's below 20%, your Shadow Word Death hits like a truck. So, good news. Alright, level 90 talents. Gonna just read these. Hasn't been too much interesting to actually show you from the priest talents. But these ones are all pretty much the same. They're just delivered in different ways. So Cascade, this is going to launch a holy bolt at the target, and it grows in power as it travels. And it's going to cause up to 51k damage to an enemy, or it's going to heal for up to 51k damage, or sorry, 51 HP, KHP. This effect can bounce from allies to other allies or from enemies to other enemies. Each time it bounces, it'll split into 2 bolts, preferring farther away enemies. I believe the distance is going to determine how much damage it does. The further away, the better. And it's never going to hit the same target twice. Cascade can bounce up to 4 times. So that's the first version of this row of talents. They're all kind of similar, just different. Divine Starr, this spell is like a boomerang. It's 15-second cooldown. Fires a Divine Starr in front of you, traveling up to 24 yards, causing 12k damage divided amongst all enemies, or 12k healing divided amongst all allies within 6 yards of its path. When it reaches the destination, it's going to turn around and come back to you, doing the same exact thing to any enemies or allies in its path. And the last one is called Halo. No, not the Xbox game. This is going to create a ring of holy energy around the priest, and it's going to expand, and as it grows in powers up to 30 yards, it's going to deal up to 72k holy damage, or it's going to heal for 72k HP to allies. It's not going to do that number as a one attack. It has the potential to do up to that amount. So going to have to see it when it's available to see the exact numbers and how it affects it. But it says with the greatest effect happening at 25 yards plus. So definitely have to play with that to see what it's going to be like. Alright, and those are your priest talents for the Mists of Pandaria beta. If you liked the video, hit like, subscribe, and leave any requests you might have. Thanks for watching.